Hello, everybody. This is Japan, and I have another episode of Evolve to rate. For whatever reason, this there we go. I was trying to pull up the cage match. I like having it up in the background so I can at least remember everybody who's in the match. Which luckily this time I wasn't able to. I got actual little like things, but normally I have to like search forever because it's like Evolve is like one of those weird shows that like I feel like not a lot of people are watching, but like a lot of people know of. So it's like one of those weird things. Like they've done a really good job with the advertisement, but I don't know if a lot of people are watching it because most people that I know that watch wrestling haven't watched any of the episodes. I've at least like told them a few matches to watch, and they've like I think watched them. At least that's what they told me. You know how that goes. But like there's not like a lot of people that are just like watching it week to week. So I've been enjoying it. This is episode 8 of their series so far. So we'll jump right into it. We started off with a swipe right and a vanity project thing. I'm glad they finally gave this faction a name. It's kind of crazy that Evolve has its own faction now. I think that's kind of a cool thing that they, like it's all about wrestling. It's factions, tag teams, stuff like that. So when you actually get some legitimate faction down there, it's kind of cool. I think it's a good idea. I think this promo was pretty bad. I think they just I don't feel like he could I forget which one it is out of the is it Bryce Brad Baylor? I'm pretty sure it's Brad Baylor. Is it Brad Baylor or Ricky Smokes? Yeah, I can never remember which one it is. But he I think he kind of got a little bit of he got a little bit too much heat there. I put it in C. He didn't do that bad, but it wasn't the greatest. Then we had our first match after them kind of demanding to maybe even get like a title opportunity, or if like the title is going to be made, which was Sean Legacy versus Jackson Drake. This match actually was really good. I honestly liked their back and forth really well. I definitely wish it had a little bit more time. I think it was just starting to get a little bit better towards the end, and I think they could have really pushed that into being like a way better match if they had a little bit of time extra. I think Sean Legacy is probably like one of the top guys. I mean, obviously he's like the top baby face, I think, and he's done really amazing in all the matches that he's been in. I think he's been really solid altogether. Jackson Drake's a good heel. I think he's pretty solid in the ring. Definitely could use a little bit of extra work in here and there, but I think that's obviously what Evolve's about. With the Evolve scale of matches, I'll definitely put it in A. I think it could also really get close to S tier as like being an Evolve match. I think altogether the match was still very entertaining and I liked it. But I don't think I could rate it any higher than A at the moment. Next up, we have Zara Zacher versus Arya Bennett. Honestly, this match was kind of more of a little bit of a kind of squashed match. I think it was trying to get Zara Zacher built up again. Obviously, she's like probably one of the top 3 women in the division, so like it makes sense that she's going to get like these type of matches where she looked pretty dominant. I thought altogether the match was pretty solid. Nothing crazy, nothing special. It was only about 3 minutes, so there wasn't anything too crazy about it. Next up, we had Carly Bright versus Kalax. I don't really understand what they're doing with Kylax or Kalax because she's like kind of like that monster, but like she just loses. And I know it's only been 2 matches, but when you have like a small sample size of 8 episodes, and you're on 2 of them, you would hope that at least you could be like 1-1 or like at least have a good showing. But a 2-minute match where you get destroyed by kind of an NXT person, so it's at least a little bit better. But I think altogether this match was just okay. I don't think I'd put it much higher. I think the other women's match was slightly better, but altogether both of them just struggled with time. I think they could have just made this one solid 6-minute match for either one, and I think it would have been a lot better. Then we had a Kylie Ray promo, basically talking about that she's not scared of Wendy Chu. I kind of like the rivalry. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's the promo was pretty solid. It was pretty straight to the forward. I don't think there was really anything too crazy. It wasn't like obviously the best promo in the world, but it definitely was serviceable. I'll put it up in A. Then we had the main event, which was Timmy Thatcher versus Bryce Donovan. See, this one's weird because it's like the way that they build up Timmy Thatcher or Timothy. I can't why I can't say his name. They built him up to being one of those like I'm this mega veteran that can destroy everybody, and then he just takes L's. Like they've not given him L's. I think altogether like it's not really good for his character. I know they're trying to build up some of these younger guys, but like losing to a big veteran like here on Evolve wouldn't be bad if you can have a good match. But you win, and then the match isn't that good either way. So like it just really didn't work out. I think it was my least favorite match of the night. I definitely think that should have been the main event. I think also the buildup of the whole episode of Swipe Right and the whole Vanity Project messing with people definitely would have built this matchup a little bit better. I definitely think they need. I always say this almost every other episode, but Zeta still needs more matches because the whole thing of building this faction is that they get matches. Everybody gets matches except for her, so it kind of doesn't really build up as much. But there's a pretty major faction. 4 men and 1 woman or 1 woman is kind of crazy, like as a bigger faction, and I think it works. You got the tag team, you got 2 singles wrestlers, and the singles women's wrestlers. So I'm kind of excited to see what they do with her. I think the show was average. I wasn't really anything too pumped up about it. I definitely think the Jackson Drake and Shawn Legacy match is definitely worth the watch if you got 9 minutes to spare. The other ones, I would. It doesn't really. I don't think it really mattered. They're just more of like just matches, to be honest. But I think altogether, I put the episode probably into a C. Wasn't the worst episode so far. Definitely nowhere near the top. But yeah, that's how it goes. If you like this type of wrestling content, this is the channel for you. We do daily videos. Normally, this one comes the day after Evolve. This one's going up a little late. I have SmackDown and Raw reviews and a bunch of other either trivia, tier list, stuff like that, all on the channel. So if you enjoy all that, this is the channel for you. And until next time, this has been Japan. Bye, guys.